Any questions? All right, we having fun yet? I gotta figure out this. Everybody still staying lubricated out here? All right, good. So here's my story. It's a dark, stormy night. It's 1998 or so. I just got kicked out of college. Yep. Anybody had that conversation with their father? Anybody? Yeah. Nice liberal arts school in Charleston called the College of Charleston. Not very cheap. So, yes, sir, I had a 1.033. Very proud of that. So, anybody that's counting, that is considered a minor in toxicology. Okay? Just in case you're curious, I do have a minor in toxicology. Working on the major, master's degree, whole 9 yards. So what am I going to do? I'm sitting on the couch, freeloading off my parents. My mother's here, by the way, right here. We're next. Thank you, Mom. She's the leader of fan club, taking applications. So I'm sitting there figuring out what I'm going to do. Not really, I'm just freeloading, watching TV. And my father says, you know, basically you got to get off your ass and get out there and do something. Sorry, Mom. So I got an 83 Ford F100 pickup and off I went to find a job. So whipped out the paper, saw this little place called Hams on 68 up in High Point, looking for a fry cook, which I can crush fry cooking right now. So decided I could give that a shot, and that was the only job I ever, where's the camera right here? That's the only really job I ever had that didn't feel like a job. It felt like, you know, there's rap music, there's people cussing each other. I got there at like 8, it was 3 o'clock before I knew it. It was like, all right, you got it. I was like, oh, cool, that was awesome. So I just kept doing it. Luckily, I ran into my wife about the same time, who always wanted to be a chef, she says. So I said, oh, that's pretty cool. I'm cooking, you know, kind of the same thing, right? Not really. It sort of worked. I mean, she's married to me now, so 16 years just about. So anyway, she said she wants to go to culinary school. Will you go with me? I said, sure, why not? I'll give it a shot. So I go to culinary school. She hates it. I love it. Ended up working full-time, going to school full-time, and I don't know, might as well have 2 jobs, but I guess it is what it is. So bounced around some kitchens here or there, kind of doing my thing. A lot of us chefs do the same thing. We just kind of work for a few chefs, a few restaurants. You know, feel like because we worked a couple stations, we got it all figured out, so we go on to the next place. Not really the case. Just lesson in this business, repetition really develops the skill. So you got to do, you know, you got to do something like I did, where I cooked probably 10,000 sea bass in my lifetime. So I know how frozen it needs to be, so you still cook it. I know how thawed out it can be, and all that fun stuff. But anyways, one thing led to another, and I ended up at the Proximity Hotel, which is in Greensboro, which is the first LEED Platinum certified hotel in the country. What does that mean? Well, that's a pretty big deal. That means we're heating water with solar panels. We're doing geothermal cooling, which is where the coolers all run underground, and that cools it all down. We also had a variable speed hood, which if you've seen a hood just sucks out smoke and heat all day long, no matter what you're doing. This one would actually ramp up and ramp down depending on when it sends heat or smoke. So it saved a whole lot of energy for what we were doing. So part of the Proximity Hotel was to really source everything we possibly could locally, which for me was a U.S. Foods or a Cisco truck. That's pretty local. It's like, I need an order real quick. So you call an order in, you get your order, whatever, show up the next day. This particular night, I forget to order some pumpkins, I think it was. And I had to call the farmer. I said, hey man, can you bring me some pumpkins? Well, it doesn't work like that. You know, the farmer's got his schedule. I got my schedule, which is really my schedule, not his. So I say, all right, well, I guess I'll ride out there and pick them up. So he's about 30 miles out of town, so we'll run way out of town to pick up these pumpkins. Because trust me, my chef does not run out of food. So I go out and get these pumpkins, I come back. Well, when I get to the farm, I finally sort of sunk in with me, like, oh, this is where the food comes from. This is weird. There's like pigs out here, there's pumpkins, there's vegetables, there's a decent human being that's talking to me about it. I'm like, wow, this is cool. So I start, naturally, as I am, for those who don't know me, I just start talking. So about 45 minutes goes by, and I've learned a few things about farming all of a sudden. So it really sort of sunk in with me at that point in time that this is totally different. It's like a game changer for me. It really changed my perspective on what I was doing as a chef and what I was doing really as a cook, I feel like. So, you know, my wife and I decided we're going to go up to Asheville, North Carolina, which is a beautiful town. We're going to go hear some music, and we hit some restaurants, and I'm starting to really open up to this whole local food movement thing, right? We started eating some food and get turned around. We're heading out of town. I don't really know where we are, getting lost. I'm kind of irritated about being lost. And if you haven't been to Asheville, you can get 40 a couple of different ways. So I ended up going through the Biltmore Village, and I'm like, where in the hell are we? Like, I don't even know where I'm at right now. I'm looking at the map, trying to figure it out. Well, she's over there jotting something down. I don't think anything about it. About 2 weeks later, I get a phone call, and it's like, we'd like to talk to you about the executive chef job at the Grand Bohemian. I'm like, all right. Look at me, I've done become somebody. Chef de cuisine for 10 years, now I'm gonna be a chef. So I go home, I'm excited about it, tell my wife about it. She's like, yeah, I sent your cover letter and resume about 2 weeks ago. So now that's my agent. So I'm looking for a job, my agent finds it. So anyways, I don't know where am I there yet, Dave? I'm kind of there. What was I going to talk about after that? Oh, so I did 5 years of that, and here I am at Larkin's Restaurants. Very excited to be in Greenville, South Carolina. There we go. There's a little love back there. I'm new to the town, but I've been here a lot for Euphoria, so I know a lot about Greenville. Just really excited to be here and do some cool stuff. You know, just did a lot of fun work at Limoncello, our Italian concept, and now I moved over to Larkin's on the River and look very forward to doing some fun stuff in the next couple of weeks. So that's my short story. And I think I got a dish coming out here in just a second. Can I tell you about the dish real quick for you? So this dish is actually a fun little story. I was at a restaurant in Charlotte called Mimosa Grill. If anybody's been there, it's been there forever. Yeah, there we go, a little love with it. So they do this hush puppy stuff with rock shrimp, crawfish. Well, Charlotte has been known for these street festival things, so our restaurant would do barbecue sandwiches out front, and we'd always be ready to be super busy for it. Well, one day it rained and nobody came. So we had all this food, so all the cooks got to take home hush puppy shells, and we got to take home barbecue. So I drank a lot of cold beer, and I put the two together, and I made the greatest invention on the planet. Okay? This here is what I call a barbecue stuffed puppy. Okay, so it's nothing more than a hush puppy shell that's been refilled with smoked pork barbecue that my awesome chefs back here, Logan and Bud, hooked up last night. It's been smoked for almost forever. All I did was put the rub on it. And then the sauce I made is actually a combination of where I'm from, near Lexington, North Carolina, which makes some really great barbecue. I don't care what anybody in the room says. And then Kansas City, who makes a real nice tomato base with some spice. I like it too a lot. So I combined the two together and sort of made a hybrid sauce. So it's a little bit of influence both. And then coleslaw there because most people eat it. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Oh, this thing's followed me everywhere I've been. So if you go to any restaurant Adam Hayes been in, it's this. You can find this stuffed puppy still today. Any questions?
Yeah, actually,
Check.
Adam, I want to ask your mom a question. Has he always been like this? Yeah. Okay, now your questions for him.